typing into these wonderful people's faces. Let's go on your whiteboard. Please tell me, according to Freud, what are the 3 stages? According to Freud, what are the 3 parts of your personality? What's that face for? You what? It's a good thing I like you. Come on. Come on. What are the 3 parts of your personality according to Freud? Oh my God, 5th period. You are a mess. Come on, I got 2, 3, 4. Alexis, what are they? Id, ego, superego. On your whiteboard, please tell me what are the 5 psychosexual stages, please, in order? Oh my gosh, people, let's go. Elijah. There you go. On your whiteboard, what principle controls your id? Nico, what are you doing? Oh, that's nice. Thank you. What is it, Morgan? Pleasure. On your whiteboard, please tell me what principle controls your ego. Thank you. Struggling. What is it, Gabriel? Reality. On your whiteboard, please tell me who believes in birth order. Max. Adler. On your whiteboard, who believes in basic anxiety? Ella. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what do we call Adler, Carl Jung, Horny, and Eric Erickson? What is it, Avery? Neo-Freudians. All right, here we go. We got a ton to cover. We're going to move real quick. So let's do it. So yesterday we got all the way through all of our Freudians, correct? We started talking about behaviorists. By the way, this is going to be the front part of your focus. So have your focus and your study guide out. So social cognitive learning theorists is going to be on your focus, on your study guide, by the way. Sorry. It's on your study guide. So social cognitive, it's towards the bottom. It is a theorist who emphasizes the importance of both the influences of other people's behavior and of a person's own expectancies on behavior. Valentino, it's fine. Just put it in a pile, sweetie.
Oh, cool. I had him in reverse.
Oh, I don't. It's fine. Okay, so who is the theorist that taught us we mimic what we see? Bandura. So guess who's the guy behind social cognitive learning? Bandura. So next to it, anytime you see social learning, it's always Bandura. So tomorrow you're going to see his name on your test because he is social learning. Okay, and how do we develop our personality? Things that work for our personality. So say, for instance, all comedians, I see you, give me a second. All comedians said when they got their first laugh, it changed their life. So what did they do the rest of their life? Try to make people laugh. Personality trait, make people happy, make people laugh. That's social learning. So social cognitive view is when we use it to help shape. Kristen, what's up? Go where? Why can't you see? Sure, I guess. How do you not have your glasses?
Because I wore them home, so left them on my next.
Okay. I just have never had that experience. It happens to lots of people. I just don't understand. Here we go. So, social cognitive view is a learning theory that includes cognitive processes such as anticipating, judging, memory, and imitation. We do this all the time. You make a decision of how to act, how to behave, what to wear. all the time trying not to get made fun of, correct? No? Am I the only one in this room who tries not to get made fun of, even though despite everything I try, all I do is get heckled in 5th period? Yeah, so that's my social cognitive view. I can kind of predict what is going to get me mocked here in 5th period.
Everything.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Okay, so that's social cognitive view, is I attempt to predict. So reciprocal determinism is by Bandura, of course, because he's social learning theory. He believes that the factors of environment, our personality characteristics, and behavior can be interpreted to determine future behavior. So when you see someone who is super driven in high school, what are we assuming they're going to be when they graduate? They're going to be incredibly driven and motivated, right? So they're probably going to have some super crazy high-paying job, super stressful, cool job title, all that stuff. If we know someone who doesn't really apply themselves in high school, what are we expecting for them and probably going to happen for them? They're going to be working at kind of a dead-end job that when you come back into town for Thanksgiving to see your parents, you're going to see them and you're going to be like, oh my God, what are you up to? Oh man, not much. Since high school, not too much. It happens all the time. So, reciprocal determinism is seeing your personality traits, your experiences, and you can try to predict future behavior. We also have a thing called self-efficacy, right, Avery? Now, self-efficacy is when it's a perception of how effective a behavior will be in a particular circumstance. Okay? Efficacy and self-esteem are not the same thing. Self-esteem is how you see yourself. Self-efficacy is how effective you think you would be at something. So say, for instance, I have very low self-efficacy in math and science, which means if you give me a math and science problem, even a basic one, I'm screwed. I'm not going to do well. I'm not going to solve it. So self-efficacy is how effective a behavior will be in a particular circumstance. So another example would be, I am incredibly sarcastic as a human being. I don't know if you've noticed. I try to, sprinkle, not douse you in sarcasm. I would not be a very good kindergarten teacher. Oh no, is correct. My self-efficacy is kindergarten and little children are not for me. I'm not a warm person. That's my problem.
Kids, so why would you want to deal with?
It's completely true. It's completely true. Here we go. So, Rodder, she believes in social learning as well, and she believes that people are motivated to avoid punishment and seek reinforcement. And she came up with a theory that I really, really, really like. It's called Locus of Control. And it refers to people's tendency to either do or do not have control in their lives. That will predict whether they take a hands-on or a laid-back look at life, which I think is really cool. So she has two major principal theories, that you either are internal locus of control, which is who I am, which believes that all of your actions, decision-makings affect your life. That I have made decisions in my life that have led me here with you in 5th period, okay? And that I've controlled my path to you, okay? I believe that I married McCrae Bennett not because the gods above aligned the stars and then, ta-da, here I am. Married to an incredible man who I'm very grateful for, but the stars did not align for us, people. The gods above did not say, ta-da, and put us together. I feel like it was a happy accident. Okay? External locus. Oh, by the way, you lost your seat because my girl here didn't bring her glasses.
All right.
Grab your assignments and can you sit in her desk? I hope you don't mind. Just grab your papers. She has all that stuff over there for you. Okay, so external locus of control is when you believe that other people control. Gods, if you're a religious person, other people control it. Like, for instance, everything's rigged against you, or everything's rigged and you don't have to really do much if you're on the wealthy class, poor class, everything's set against you. Luck and fate. On your whiteboard, please tell me, are you internal or external? I don't know, I can see both sides. Especially as I've gotten older, I would say I see a lot more external. Depending on your background, I could see the external. But internal is like the American dream. Turn to someone and explain why you feel the way you feel. Go. Why? No, I don't give a crap about that. I want to know why. Which pick? Why? It doesn't have to be religious. Some people really do believe in luck, fate. Some people believe that, like, for instance, the U.S. government is stacked for the wealthy and not for the poor. So no matter if you're just an average American, then you're never going to be incredibly wealthy because it's stacked against you. So it's not just religion. Does that make sense? Still sticking with internal? 5, 4, 3, 2. Raise your hand if you're internal. Raise your hand if you're external. Interesting, okay. So, when we talk about humanistic, by the way, this is on the top of your focus, by the way, on the front page of your focus. It's the third force in psychology that focuses on aspects of personality that make people uniquely human. This is the theory of humanism. It's everything's wonderful about being human. We've left our animal heritage behind and we're special. Here we are. We're humanists, okay? The best thing about being a humanist is the freedom of choice and the subjective feelings that we have, that we're able to experience more than just happy and sad. Like a dog, we are able to say, I'm disappointed in you, to the dog.
You said that to Toby?
They're literally there just making happy.
Oh, really? Is that what he's doing to me?
Dogs are selfless.
I don't think so. Mine's very self-serving. I think he's nice to me when he knows I'm by the treat drawer. But he's so cute. Okay. And, of course, it's going to be in reaction to psychoanalytic, which is really nasty, humanistic. What? I'm trying to move because I got harder things that are all over your test. And I haven't had a good one from him in a while. Jackson. Have you ever heard him say Miss Bennett when he gets really fussy?
Miss Bennett.
Miss Bennett. And I haven't had a good one in a while, so. I guess I haven't pissed him off in a while, so we'll see. Huh? Who are they? What do you mean?
Who's the example of like a
Maslow.
Maslow?
Maslow is one, and there's another one. All right, so Rogers. Oh, Carl Rogers is your big one. Carl Rogers, that's the one I want. Write down Carl Rogers for your humanist. All right, so Rogers' theories of personality. Remember, all this is coming back to figuring out why you are the way you are and how you interact with the world and why you interact in that way. So his big thing is self-actualizing tendency. That we're striving to fulfill one's innate capacities and capabilities. What that means is that he believes that all of us are built with certain strengths and weaknesses and that we're trying to make our strengths better. Strengths.
Strength.
So, that we're trying to make ourselves better and trying to improve. So, each and every one of us has our own self-concept. It's the image of ourself that develops from interactions with important and significant people in our lives. Now, one of the most important relationships you have, of course, is your parents. That's going to shape what type of love you're going to expect in the rest of your life. But I think another important relationship you're going to have that I think is really going to shape, especially your immediate future and all that stuff, is your first love of your life, your first real boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever. That's really going to affect you and either make you a better person or turn you into a horrible human being. Case in point. If you find someone for your first boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever it is, real one, not oh, in 5th grade, oh, I think you're cute. I'm talking real relationship here. With that being said, if you have someone who cheats on you and disrespects you on a regular basis and you continue dating them, what is your self-concept going to be? Complete crap. You're going to accept everything, and it's not going to go well. In your next relationship, are you going to be an equal partner, or are you going to be crazy? Crazy. And that's going to shape the people you attract, which means are you going to attract the best people or the worst people? Crazy ones. And it's only going to start this downward cycle. If you find someone who actually genuinely likes you, respects you, wants to be with you, you are going to learn that you are worthy of respect and love and kindness. So guess what you're going to expect from your future relationships? Love, respect, genuine kindness. So I'm a big proponent of your first real relationship is going to dictate your future relationships. If you find someone who genuinely cares about you in high school or whenever you really started dating, some people don't really start dating until college, then if you have a good relationship, then your self-concept is going to be high. If you have this terrible, trashy high school relationship, you all know someone who is in one, right? They talk crap, they break up every 2 seconds, they all cheat on each other, it's just drama all the time, then you're going to be attracting that type of drama the rest of your life, and you may not find genuine love. Is that sad? Oh my God, T!
If they're gonna cheat on their partner,
He has a point.
No, I know, but it's also going to affect the people that they're dating. So T, say you fall in love with someone and they cheat on you and they're a terrible human being, but you've broken your heart. Next time in your next relationship, your bar of standard is going to be lower because of it. Oh, well, maybe this person who's a crappy person who I'd never want to date, but maybe they won't cheat on me. That's how it goes.
Don't think someone will cheat on you.
Oh, cool. Okay, we'll work on that.
What if you won't do it on purpose?
So,
Don't you want to cheat on me?
Yeah, that's.
That's what I'm saying to Nico. Nico's like, don't date me,
Oh,
cheat
okay.
on me.
we're going to move forward here. All right, so self is an archetype that works with the ego to manage other archetypes, balance personality. So each of us has a real self. Our real self are actual characteristic traits and abilities. Okay? I just want to let you know, all of us are not the brightest people in the world, right? Like some people describe, like I think I'm smart. I'm not an idiot. Don't get me wrong. But I am not the brightest. Like that is real self-talk. Like I'm athletic, but like I'm no elite athlete here, okay? I can run my little 5Ks and my half marathons, and I can go, I'm literally running to eat junk food. I literally run 9 miles so I can eat a cheeseburger with no guilt and no harassment from my husband. That's why I run, okay? But that's real self. I am not an elite athlete, but I like to run. What are some real self things for you? For instance, I'm terrible at math. That's real self. I'm not covering anything. I'm not making myself look better. So write down 3 things about your real self, which means I'm okay. And for me, it'd be I'm terrible in math. That's real talk. I'm terrible at it. I am pretty good at coloring. Not great. I color every week, so don't judge, because I do maps every week for every world. What are 3 things? And you have to qualify it. Okay? Am I really, really, really good at something? Like, for instance, T is a really, really good sailor. Okay? So he would write, I am really, really good, because he's better than most people, hence why he is recognized on a national level. Does that make sense? He's really good. I've sailed before. I'm not that good, so I'm going to say I'm okay. Do we see how we're qualifying it? Yeah, he is actually really good. He's kind of a boss. So, you are qualifying what you're writing down. I am terrible at trying to do internet things. When you like make web pages and stuff, I'm terrible. I don't know what this is doing, but yeah, I'm terrible at it. Well, like, I can do, like, basic stuff, but nothing fancy.
Are you talking about, like going, like, Wix and making a web page or HTML?
HTML, I know basics. I'm, like, super limited. So that's real self. Like, I'm not good at it. I wouldn't say I'm okay at it. I'm, like, super limited. I'm not a moron. I could do basic stuff. I'm better than I would say most people my age. Turn to your person. Go! Tell them. Real self. What are you good at? What is your real self? Let's go!
I am terrible at Spanish.
3,
And I'm good at English.
2, 1. Here we go. I got a lot of content. We are so far away from the end. Ideal. Ideal is the perception of whom one should or wants to be. Okay? My ideal self is that I am actually more compassionate. Ideal self is what I would like to be on a personality thing. I wish I was more compassionate. I wish I was more genuinely caring. And I wish that when people saw me that they were like, oh my God, she's so comforting. But I'm not, and I'm fine with that to a degree. My ideal self, I wish people would be like, oh my God, Miss Bennett, she's just so genuinely sweet. But no one has ever said that in the history of the world.
So sweet.
Aww.
Sometimes you're nice.
So, your ideal self is some personality traits that you wish you had every single day. Give me 2 of your ideal self. Things that you wish you had every single day. I had hardworking was very popular last class. They wish they were more hardworking. Some people got a lot of laziness. Give 2. Turn to someone you haven't spoken to and go. 5. Come on. 4. 3. Turn and talk. Let's go. What do you got? Less easily angered, less judgmental. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So, according to Rogers, you're going to want to hear this. According to Rogers, when we have a lot of our real self, so when we were honest about our skills and our abilities, and our ideal self are similar and overlapping, we have a lot of harmony in our lives. But when we keep them separate, like for instance, I do realize when I'm not very compassionate in class, and I think about that conversation later in the day, and I was like, damn it, they probably have a lot going on, and I could have been nicer. I could have said, aw, and pat them on the back. I could have done my part to be nicer, and it gives me anxiety and it does stress me out. That is mismatch. The more separate my ideal self and my real self are, the more anxiety I'm going to have. So, he also comes up with this thing called positive regard. Hopefully all of your friends that you consider genuine friends, not acquaintances, but friends, have warmth, affection, and love and respect for you. That's called positive regard. Now, you should be giving them hell. I mean, what's the point of having friends if you can't insult them? Right? I mean, give each other hell. But positive regard means at the end of the day, they're going to be there for you. Okay? So one of my good friends, Cook, is going through a really tough time. His grandfather who raised him is dying. And so yesterday, I drove an hour out and an hour back carrying 3 lasagnas for him and his whole family because he's Cook. I love Cook. He's a great guy. So my positive regard says, oh, Shiva, if they're mourning, we're making. So I made him a bunch of food, and that's what he's eating. Okay? So unconditional positive regard is what, no matter what, they will love you. You will have very few people in your life that will love you like this, and I hope every single one of them, for one of you, your parents are that. So my brother's gay. He came out his freshman year of college, and he was so anxious about how my dad specifically would respond to it. So I remember, because he told me about a year before, and he's like, I'm going to tell mom and dad tonight. I was like, okay. So we're sitting down at the kitchen table, and he's super stressed. And he was like, Mom, Dad, I have something to tell you. And my mom and dad are like, okay, just say it. And he's like, my parents are like, just say it. My brother was like, I'm gay. And my dad turned to him, we knew since you were 3. And then turns to my mom and says, what's for dinner? Oh, we love you. and everything went on just as normal.
Oh, she said, "Where's my $20?"
Okay? That is unconditional positive regard. My dad loved my brother before that conversation. He loves him now. After that conversation, it was kind of like, okay, cool. Cool, what's for dinner? That's unconditional positive regard. I do not love McCrae with unconditional positive regard. I will tell you right now, if that man cheats on me, I'm done. Sorry, that's how it rolls. I'm pretty sure, I absolutely know for sure, if McCrae comes home from his business trip this weekend, on Friday, and I'm home with another man, that man is leaving me. It's not unconditional positive regard, which is why I'm saying it's not very common, but it should be from parent to child, child to parent.
Yeah, because relationships should have. That'd be bad.
There's some people who, no matter what, they'll stand by. And I feel sad for them.
Relationships?
Huh?
Like one's review should be some
Yeah,
relationships.
to a degree, yeah. Yeah, that would be one.
So does learn helplessness develop unconditional positive regard?
No. Learn helplessness is going to be strongest in people who are in, it's actually not a terrible point.
Ooh.
It's actually not a terrible point. I'll have to think on it. All right, so conditional positive regard is positive regard that's only given when a person is doing what the provider. McCrae and I have a conditional positive regard. He doesn't cheat on me, we're still married. He cheats on me, we're not married. And we're done. Conditional positive regard, as long as he's doing what he needs to do. Same thing for me. If I cheat on him, he's gone. And how it should be, to be honest. Fully functioning person is your next one. Is a person who is in touch and trusting of the deepest, innermost urges and feelings. I'm not a lot of things, but I am a fully functioning person. What that means is I understand what I think, what I feel. I wish I could be better at things, but I do understand my depth, my personality. I understand how I feel. I can think through why I feel that way. That's a fully functioning person. People who do not address what they're feeling inside are not fully functioning. They're just simply just moving through. Okay? Everyone in this room and everyone in this world, it gets really happy and gets really sad. Every single person struggles with self-esteem at some point, but hopefully your self-esteem is constantly on the increase. Every single person is working through drama. Some of us have bigger issues than others, but every single person has trials and tribulations, and everyone experiences them. It's hard. Everyone's life's hard, but it's one of those things. A fully functioning person is dealing with the anger, the sadness, the aggression, the love, the happiness, all of that stuff on a regular basis and not pretending things don't exist. What?
Could you also say like
Trait theories is on the top of your focus. What?
with introspection? Would that be another word?
Absolutely. It's a
Or
completely.
introspective?
Absolutely. It's a huge part of it. So trait theories are theories that are trying to describe and predict behavior. They're trying to predict. You are probably, when you get ready for your big boy, big girl job after you graduate college, whatever firm, corporation, company, whatever it is probably going to give you a personality test. In that personality test, they're trying to figure out what is the perfect personality for them. And that's it. Anyone here ever applied at Target? No one's ever applied at Target?
It's just so depressing.
Depressing?
Yeah, I will never ever work for a supermarket or something. I literally feel like I'm walking through like a psych ward. It's awful.
You're delusional.
Valid, yeah.
Maybe you should be in the psych ward. How do you feel that way? First of all, I love Target.
I bet you're gonna be thinking about that comment later, stressing about it.
No, I'm not. No, I fully support that one. That was,
What's so wrong with
They
Target?
have like snips,
Bingo.
rates.
I don't like them.
They're
Why?
like jobs.
leave it alone.
Especially they're like transition jobs.
Yeah, absolutely. No, but some people get into management. Like my arch nemesis, she works in management. She's a store manager. She makes $130,000 a year.
What? Really?
Oh yeah,
For managing a Target?
yeah.
I want to manage a Target.
I mean,
She gets a checklist every day from corporate, and she just has to go through a little checklist. I could do that
anyone does.
because I'm teaching you fine folks.
Shaping the
I'm
minds of America.
inspiring the minds of tomorrow.
Talking about kids.
Yes. So traits are consistent, enduring ways of thinking, feeling, or behaving. I have a trait of sarcasm. It's in my personal life. It's in my public life. It is in my teaching life. It is everywhere. That's a trait. It's enduring. I can't get away from it. And my mother hates it.
And
That's
before
great.
all of this was Bennett's entire 5th period turned out to be very bad.
She makes good money. She's a terrible human being, but she makes bomb money. She almost makes 3 times my salary, by the way.
And you work 2 jobs.
How long
Yes.
How long did it take her to become
Only like 5 years.
What the heck?
How long are you teaching?
Oh, not her.
Longer than she's been working at Target. Allport, he is the first to study, he's the first one to create traits study. He does the Cattell. No, he doesn't, because that's Cattell. Just kidding. Allport does 200 traits. That's his thing. He's the first one to do it. A before C. Cattell does the 16 to 23 traits. He comes up with 200 traits. Allport comes up with 200 traits. Cattell comes up with 16. Okay, so on your little application box, I would do trait theory. Allport 200 traits. Cattell 16 to 23. That's what I would write, because tomorrow you have a question. What trait theorist has 16 traits? The answer would be Cattell. So Cattell's self-report inventory looks like this. So you would say, am I super reserved or am I more outgoing? And then you would hit that, and then they would do a mathematical formula for you, and it'll tell you which ones you're more likely. So surface traits are an aspect of personality that can be easily seen by others. So if I asked you to describe my personality, what would you say? Sarcastic. What else? Snarky. Hey, that's kind of not positive connotation. Harsh.
Yeah.
Cynical.
Cynical. I'm not that cynical. Oh my God, this is so negative. Ah.
I mean,
Funny.
we love you. You're a little hard.
We love you anyways.
You are the worst.
Thank you. Anyway, so surface traits are how you would describe me. My source traits are how I would describe me and the genuine reasons behind it.
How do you describe yourself?
I would say that I am incredibly driven because my mother is an incredibly accomplished teacher, and I feel like I have to live up to that reputation. I'm a 5th generation teacher. My mom has 3 master's degrees. If I could tell you right now, what a waste is 3 master's degrees. Just get the damn PhD. Can we just agree? Yes. Anyway, she has 3 master's degrees. She's super highly respected. I'm from a very old teaching family. We helped open the first public schools in Boston. And because of that, I take great pride in what I do, which is why you work so hard and hopefully learn a lot. But that may give you a little more insight into why I am the way I am.
And middle child.
And middle child, so you know I'm competitive.
Was it worth it?
All 3 master's degrees?
Well, yes, you use everything you learn. She went through all the classes, so yes.
Like her job, you require master's.
Yes, she has a degree in technology. She makes and facilitates her own webpage, and she created her own learning program for all of her students. She has a master's in Catholicism. Has been wasted on me, that's for damn sure. Big 5 factor, here we go. This is the last bit of it. She got that from Notre Dame. Of course.
I think it's sad that in public, I use AP psych terms. I say it to myself. It's like that's hindsight bias.
But isn't that good that if you're gonna be stuck learning this stuff, isn't it good to actually use it?
But
Yeah.
How much wasteful information have you learned over the years?
Too much.
Too much, exactly. Think about all the information you learn in AP World. No one gives a crap about that stuff.
Actually,
Yeah,
that's what's pretty interesting. Like the all
It's not useful.
but it's interesting.
Anyway, we're moving on. The big 5 or the 5-factor model is personality traits that describe 5 basic trait dimensions. On your whiteboard, I want you to write an acrostic ocean. So OCEAN. That's the easiest way to remember your 5 traits. So the first one is openness. You're either high or you're low. Openness is the willingness to try new things. I have a very low openness. I don't like going to new restaurants. I don't like trying new things. I don't like wearing things outside of my comfort zone. Like, you're never going to see me in, like... Actually, I did wear them to the ball this weekend. It was super exciting.
Oh, how was
How'd
that?
that go?
It was fine. But I was really excited by my earrings.
She likes it. She
Yeah,
doesn't want to
I
admit
don't
it.
know, like, she
She doesn't want to admit
It was fun. It was fun.
So you would go again,
Oh, I will be going next year. Same time.
but will you enjoy it this time?
No. Someone wore the same dress I had.
You did?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
We took photo together.
But you were more tan than her, right?
No, I only went tanning once because I got too crunchy.
You got better jewelry, right?
No. She's really wealthy. She's like fabulous, like, oh, damn it. Next one is conscientiousness. It's the ability, it's the organization and thoughtfulness of others and dependability. I'm very high in this. If I ask you to study for a vocab quiz, it really, really, really upsets me if I mess up and I can't give you that vocab quiz. Because if I ask you to do something, I want to. Which is why I grade everything you do and record it. Because I want you to know that you are valued. So I have a high conscientious rate because if you're doing something, I want you to do it. You should be writing, are you high or low, people? That's why. I didn't want you to just write openness and all that crap. Are you high or low? Are you high on openness? Do you like trying new things, Nico? No. Pick one.
Oh.
Do you like trying new things? Yes or no? You're either high or low. Do you take care of others? Are you good? Are you dependable? Do you have high organization? Huh? No, you can't be medium. You're high or low.
Not be like a mild.
No. So then you have extraversion, which is the dimension of referring to one's need to be with people. Low for me. I have zero desire. My best night is sitting on the couch with my husband, my dog, and my 2 cats. That's my favorite way. Making a nice fancy dinner together, that's the best. Okay? Agreeableness is the emotional style of a person that ranges from easygoing and friendly to grumpy, crabby, and unpleasant. Sadly, I'm going to have to say I'm low in agreeableness. Huh? Which one are you more? Are you more happy and agreeable, or are you cranky?
But no, the question was which one is high and which one is low.
No, extroversion. Are you high or low on that? You are high on that because you love being with people and you're super social.
I actually would rather say no.
That is so fake news.
No, I legitimately.
There is
don't
no
know.
way. There is no way.
When people ask me like, "Hey, do you want to go for lunch?" I say no because I want.
You want to go out for lunch? Wow. No. Fake news. Fake news.
Right.
Just like Elijah. If Elijah writes low, you've got to be kidding me.
What, extroversion?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, no. I am a solid low. Like,
No, Eli does not do anything.
Oh my God. Well
What about
then,
me?
what the hell is this?
What about
What the hell is this every damn day?
We like messing with you.
All right, and the neuroticism, which is the degree of emotional instability or stability, I have very high because I'm completely emotionally and mentally unstable.
You're unstable?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Neuroticism is the high side. It would be, I'm more neurotic than most.
So if you're unstable, you're high.
If I'm stable, I'm low. If your personality is very predictable, you're low. If your personality is like me and can range on a dime, which you've seen, yes?
That's for the lungs.
Yeah, neuroticism. Then I'm high. We've all seen a change on a dime.
Yeah, you get mad at someone and displace all the aggression on them.
So wait, are you low or high in your
I am high because I'm emotionally unstable.
No, but for agreeableness.
You're high if you're easygoing. Agreeable is a positive thing, so if you have high agreeableness, then you're really lovely. I want you to turn and share what you are. Share your ocean. Go!
I'm high in.
Alright, do not erase your boards though. Do not erase them.
I'm like an introverted extrovert.
Wait a second. 3, 2, 1. So if you wrote that you are high on openness, then you are creative, artistic, curious, and imaginative. If you are low, like I am, you're conventional, down to earth, and uncreative, which is so true. If you are high on conscientiousness, you are organized, reliable, neat, and ambitious, totally me. If you are low, you are unreliable, you are lazy, you are careless, negligent, and spontaneous.
Hey,
If you are high on extraversion, you are talkative, optimistic, sociable, and affectionate. If you are low, you're reserved, comfortable being alone. I love going to the movies by myself, and stays in the background. You bet your bottom dollar.
I love
There you go. Have a good day. Go, Jackson, take a photo of it.
I think all these are the exact opposite of what you put.
Perfect. Then maybe we are. What do you think that means, Jackson? Yeah. Do you think opposites attract here? Is that why we're friends?
it takes a lot of
Bye-bye. Right there, ready to go. You can hold on to it.